Hi everyone, I hope that you are okay. Right now I am going to share my project. In the first part of the presentation, I'm going to share the introduction of the school. The school name is Jesus Maria School, and I'm going to share the school's background. The mission is that it's a Catholic institution that seeks to train happy women of faith with academic quality and prepared to face the challenges that society presents. Something about the vision is that the institution trains people of integrity, creativity, and kind, capable of committing to others and being leaders in the processes of improvement and transformation of society. The group where I did the English practice was third grade. I want to express three specific characteristics that are related with this group. The ladies are very curious. They enjoy using all the time English. They are very creative. They enjoy coding, making different crafts, and also working in different groups. The problematic of this group is how can the fourth grade students of the Jesus Mary School use English through conversational spaces and games where interaction with others is required. Around my English practice, I thought in 6 questions that could help me around my practice. So I start speaking and express what were the different questions and what was the purpose related with that questions in order to develop my English project. The first one is what is the importance of learning English everyday life? How can the game facilitate the learning of English? Why does the constant use of the language from conversation with others allow a better internalization of the language? What is the influence of a space mediated by dynamics and activities that are mostly not influenced by a note in the process? How can greater confidence be generated in students through activities that change the type of lectures? Under what circumstances can students' fear of making mistakes in the learning process be eliminated? All these questions help me to develop the project, the English project, and it was very important because I started understanding what happened with my students that make my English practice better in the moment. But what were the objectives of my English practice? There are 2 categories related with my English practice: the general objectives and specific objectives. The general is expresses understanding of a given topic through conversations and games. And there are 3 specific objectives. The first one is demonstrates understanding of a topic through conversations and games between peers. The second one is identifies the meaning of a theme, making use of what is understood through games and conversations. And finally, builds knowledge among peers through interaction, conversations, and games. Around my English practice, I thought into a specific theoretical reference. The first one is by Maya in 2020, and she expressed that the strategies that are required and enable to students help the interaction and the collaborative process between students and teachers, and also all the things that happen around the school. The second theoretical reference is by Gutierrez in 2018, and he expressed that the concept of cultural immersion conceived by them express the equality that can be established between 2 vehicular languages. So that is between the native language and the one that is to be presented to a population group, which in this situation is English. And for such effects, it will be necessary to start from the context of our students and their relations with their communities whenever it is about equality between languages. The third theoretical reference is by Perez in 2016 that mentions that in our teaching work, when the historical context becomes more important to the point, that is key to understanding the content itself and the meaning of said literature. In other words, it's important to say that the endless number of grammatical theories and linguistic impositions to which our students are subjected makes them feel pressured to reproduce said language. Around my English practice, I thought in some steps that helped me to develop the different activities, the different moments that I start to develop. So, the first one is diverse working groups in which the dynamics will be carried out. The idea is to provide various work groups in the different spaces so that the girls can give themselves the opportunity to work with a different group of classmates in the activities. Then we have established clear objectives in front of the activities. It's important to present in each activity a clear work route that facilitates the fulfillment of objectives and execution of each one of the dynamics. Next, we have emphasized the importance of respect and listening in collaborative work. It's important to allow the activities to be adapted for the participation of each one of the members. And finally, generate adequate tranquility in the execution of the activities so that the girls don't feel afraid of making mistakes, but instead learn significantly in the process. And finally, as a final project, I proposed different activities. The first one is the presentation of posters on topics that are being worked on in the classroom, such as can, parts of the body, and has got, have got. The second activity is like competition games. So the students will be held where the members of the course that will be divided into 3 teams with the aim of developing games in which collaborative work and adequate listening are required in their execution in order to achieve the desired achievements. So this activity is divided into parts. The first part is one of the games can be a hangman, where from the vocabulary work the girls have to dramatize without any dialogue the word that is projected on a screen. The idea is that those who are in front are the people selected by each team to compete and write the selected word. The second part of this activity is another game that is a spelling bee where the girls will be told a word and the delegates in front will have to spell it correctly. The idea is to increase the difficulty, for example, counting the time or telling them to spell the word from back to front without any mistakes. Next, we have that the students will be presented with an image and the girls will have to go out and tell a story based on that image. The idea is that they not only present the ideas but that they make sense of each other. Likewise, they will be given a few minutes to organize the ideas, come forward, and each one to know the corresponding part of the story. And the final activity can have 2 variants depending on the class dynamics. First, have the girls create the image and present the story. Second one, give the girls the image and let them build the story from that predetermined illustration. These are some photographs that they managed to take around the project. This was a very enriching experience. It helped me continue to grow as a teacher from my practice and give greater importance to the needs of my students. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye bye.